Hi everyone, this is Kay. Welcome back to my channel. So glad that you're here today, and I'm going to share a couple of journals that I've made recently. First one being a collection from Uniquely Creative called Mind Over Matter, but I called it Nature because I just focused on that particular aspect of the journal. So again, I used a manila folder and I've inked the edges. The closure is just a ribbon. What do you call it? Crinkled ribbon. So I added this little cluster in the middle just to give it a little bit of interest in the middle, and this beside bit here, I think I might need to stick that bit down. It opens up like this, and on this side I've got a little pocket with a couple of little things that come from the kit. I think I bought two of the collections plus the card kit, so they might have come from the card kit. And this is wallpaper that comes, that I've used in the journal part, so you can see that in a minute. So I made two lots of pockets. So I'll show you what's in the pockets. Lots of things. So I've included a page from Koala Loo, which is also in the journal, because I just like the colours, a bit of pop of fun. That's in there. Trouble is, once you take things out, sometimes, and this comes from the collection too, they always fit back in again. Got it. That's better. Okay, that's from the collection, and so is this one here. And this was cut off, so I thought that could go in there nicely. I made some tags, some collage tags, 1, 2, 3, which is where I used the wallpaper 2, and parts of the collection, and some paper also from things that I've used in the journals. I've put some inking on the back and some of the butterflies I also stamped on the front, so that goes in there. My voice has gone all funny all of a sudden. Sorry. This goes in there. And I bought some old postcards recently, and this one's a vellum one. I just thought that the greens would go really nicely in the kit, in this kit as well, so I've popped that in there for the person to use however they want. And I've tied my signatures in. Signatures being one group of papers. You'll find them in most books, so there's 2 there. And I've just made a little pocket out of an envelope, so I've got some things in there from the collection, and I've folded part of the envelope over to kept it open. So just put those in there as well for the person to use. An old map, not an old map. It's not old, but it's old enough. Where the part was already folded over, I made a little frame to go in there. Some photocopying paper. There's the wallpaper. I used the bill because I thought the colours matched really nicely. Music paper, photocopy paper, some paper that I had moustache that I also thought would match the collection greens. A book about Australia, because the collection is from Australia, just put that in there. And I quite like the white because it matched the whiteness of the collection too. Something from a review from a school, some garden diary. Again, I just tried to use things that match the colours of the collection, so that colour there sort of matches that colour there. More of the scrapbooking paper. This is the koala one, because I didn't want to destroy the page. I've actually just folded it over like that. If the person wants to create another little tuck spot, they could. And there's the back end of the diary. So again, I tried to use colours that matches there. This is just the reverse part of that book from school. A little tuck spot with some elements in there for the person to use, little tags. Back on her wallpaper. made a little ephemera holder using some of the paper from the collection with some lace in the corner. And these are all little labels that I've made myself. I stamped them all out. Goes in there like that. Again, I've just used the because the inner book it's already folded over, so I just kept the fold and created a pocket with it. Another pocket from the other side of the envelope, because I used to have was a big envelope, square envelope, and I cut it in half diagonally. Sorry if I seem like I said losing my voice. Some pieces of cardstock just to put in there, just for the person to use if they want to. There's another, like one of those maps that had the off side folded over. Wallpaper, music paper, photocopy paper, green paper, and then on envelope that I just stuck in like this. And there's the other end of it over the top. And I've just made some embellishment clusters that are in this envelope. I want to share them all. It would be a surprise for the buyer. Because I make my journals for sale, and there's like all these elements here. That's not going back in there. Be very careful it doesn't bend and break. So there's some other elements in here for the person to use, just from the other side of the envelope. Some more of that school review report, more of that garden diary. Again, they're using the colours that I thought matched there. More of the koala Lou story, a pop of colour. There's, because I chose that because again I thought it matched the collection reasonably okay, and the green as well, green. More of the Australian story. Here I've just got some paperclip to match, to hold all these words in place for the person to use. And in this end of the mat pocket I've just put lots of stamped images, words, not words, you know, arrows with words on them, hearts, a whole heap of things for the person to use, flowers. So they're all tucked in there like that. It's a bit fat, isn't it? I like to give the person who buys these journals flexibility to use what they want. I've tied in the signatures because I did have I've got an all to do sign, but I just think that with the tied in ones the person can take the pages out or add pages or do whatever they want more easily. This is an envelope, window envelope, and collage that using all the same elements that I've got in the journal, and in there I've just got 3 of the things that come, I don't know what to call them, could be used for bookmarks, but they could also just be used as a belly band maybe. This just goes in there like that. I left that blank for the person to use, however, but also to just give it a bit more room for the signatures. And this is, I've left that blank as well for the person to use it, and then that's blank as well, and that's the back. Journals are not just for writing in, they're for keeping mementos in. You can put your photographs in, you can do whatever you like with it really. It's just a matter of your imagination. You can use it for collaging in, however you like. Because when people say journal, they say, oh, don't keep a journal, but it could be you just use as a keepsake, call your keepsakes. So that's my one from Uniquely Creative. And then I've got this one here from Microcosmos, which is from Ciao Bella, and I cut this bird out and the daisy out to sort of add, because it was just the daisy on the front page, just to add a little bit of extra. Again, it's got a crinkled ribbon tie, and it's just different colours from this one. So this one is a fold out one here, and here I've created just a little bit of a belly band. There's some papers that I've put in there for the person to use. This because this is for sale in my Etsy shop already. I haven't put the other one up in there yet, so it will be up there soon. The video of this will come out tomorrow. So again, I just tried to use colours that matched the journal and all of my things. So that's from gardening magazine, gardening book I should say. I just popped this in because I thought it matched the whole floral thing. Some card for some blossoms on it, some cardstock. Because it's microcosmos with the beetles and bees and butterflies and dragonflies, I just thought I would find a dictionary meaning for the word insect. So that's what that insect is in there. And some poetry just about nature poems, flower poems. And I just found this page, a story of from Beatrice Proctor, the bee, to match that bee, so I matched those two up like that. This is all from the collection too. A little tuck spot that I created from the back end of an envelope to put some things here from the collection, just in there. And on the other side is just a greeting card that I had that I cut in half that I thought matched the collection. And here are some other bits and pieces from the collection. And this is from a gnome book that I've got, and I just put that in the middle because I thought that was cute. I might even actually change that to put a thicker ribbon, thicker cord in, because gnomes, like, they're tiny. Oh, isn't that cute? And again, that's the other side of the envelope with more elements from the collection. A little tuck spot there. There's a little Miss Tittlemouse and some butterflies. It's a beautiful collection, isn't it? Both of them are beautiful collections. Some more of the nature poems. Back into the dictionary. Back into the book of that card that I showed you. There's a page from the gardening book. There's a music sheet. So I use a lot of the cardstock in this one because it's a bit thinner than the Nuclear Creative one. So I've got two signatures in, both tied in, but like I think I might have to put a thick one in. This one's got some labels here, like the other one, and these look like what they call, you know, when you put them in for herbs and you put that label on there. That's what they look like to me. It's like they came from the collection, and I fussy cut them out and popped them in there. So this one is another from the dictionary. This time I chose a ladybird definition. And this time I instead of the other kind of poetry, I just found some flower fairy poems. So I put them in there too. More Beatrix Potter pictures. And another page from the gnome book. Beatrix Potter. And there's the flower fairy pictures. I just both of them tend to be focused on the flowers, which is really just beautiful collections. Next one I make is going to be totally different. So, and then at the back I've created a little pocket here for some tags and more of those little things you put in the ground to label your plants. Made some tags just using the paper, nothing else. And this one's a little book, so I put a little tassel on there, and there's just some bits and pieces from the gardening book and just pages, little bits and pieces from the collection to be used however the person wants. Put that in there. I think that might have come out, so I want to put that back in. Oh no, so there's another one of those window envelopes, and this time I put just a little one here. That goes in there like that. And that one just goes behind. I guess I'll do it. Okay, so that goes like that. And just use some lace with some yellow on it, and there's the back like that. And both in my shop, Papercraft Bouquets, which is the same name as my YouTube channel. Please give me the thumbs up if you like my journals today. Make a comment. Perhaps you could say which one you like the best. That'd be really good. And I hope you subscribe and see me next time. Bye bye. Hope to see you next time. Bye bye.